Who actually has the legal right to enforce a negotiable instrument? Is it always the owner? The lender? The person holding the document? The answer surprises many people. Under Uniform Commercial Code Section 3-301, the law separates the right to enforce an instrument from ownership itself. That distinction has shaped countless legal disputes involving checks, promissory notes, and other negotiable instruments. Section 3-301 begins with a definition. It tells us who the law recognizes as a person entitled to enforce an instrument. Notice the wording carefully. The statute defines the right to enforce, not necessarily the right to own. Those two concepts can exist independently. Understanding that difference is the key to understanding this entire section. The first category is straightforward. A holder of the instrument is entitled to enforce it. Possession matters. When the instrument is properly negotiated, the holder gains the legal status necessary to enforce its obligations. The second category surprises many people. A person can enforce an instrument even if they are not technically a holder. If someone possesses the instrument and has acquired the rights of a holder through a lawful transfer, that individual may still enforce it. The statute recognizes that legal rights can pass even when holder status has not been fully established. Perhaps the most surprising category is the third. A person may be entitled to enforce an instrument even without possessing it. How? Only under specific legal provisions. Section 3-309 addresses lost, destroyed, or stolen instruments. It indicates how they must first convince the court that they are legally entitled to enforce it, and take responsibility to protect the person paying from having to pay the same debt twice. Section 3-418D addresses certain situations involving payment or acceptance by mistake. However, even if a bank mistakenly pays someone and later has the right to get the money back, that doesn't erase or replace other legal claims. Now comes the sentence that often generates the most discussion. A person may be entitled to enforce an instrument, even though that person is not its owner. Ownership and enforcement are not automatically the same thing. Someone may own an instrument, yet lack the legal authority to enforce it at a particular moment. Likewise, someone else may possess the legal right to enforce, even though ownership belongs elsewhere. The statute goes one step further. It says a person may qualify as a person entitled to enforce, even if that person is in wrongful possession of the instrument. This language does not approve theft or misconduct, nor does it erase other legal claims that may exist between parties. Questions about ownership, damages, or wrongful conduct may involve entirely separate legal issues. Section 3-301 identifies three possible categories of persons entitled to enforce an instrument. The statute teaches that the right to enforce does not necessarily answer the question of ownership. Those are separate legal issues governed by different legal principles. Section 3-301 defines who may enforce a negotiable instrument under Article 3. It does not, by itself, determine every dispute over ownership, possession, or competing claims. The more clearly we understand the language of the law, the better equipped we are to understand how it operates in practice.